Hi, I'm Susanna Self. I'm the flute instructor at Eastern New Mexico University. Today, I want to talk about technique and ways that you can improve your technical facility, whether you're playing scales for all-state or a difficult passage that you just want to work on. So the first way I like to work on technique is with a metronome. This metronome here, it's a Korg TM-50. It's available on Amazon or at your local music store for maybe $20 to $30, and it's well worth it. If you have a metronome, that way you can build your technique slowly and create a firm foundation for whatever you're playing, whether it's scales or a difficult passage. So the metronome game is fairly simple. The first thing you do is put your metronome on a tempo that you can play as slowly as you need to and under control. I'm going to play an F major scale at about 60 to the quarter note. So, the game is, if I play that 4 times right, then I can bump the tempo up. But if I get it wrong, then I have to go back to the beginning. You can use quarters, pennies, tokens, jelly beans, anything you want if you want to move one from one side of the stand to the other to make it a little more interesting for you and keep yourself honest. But by doing this very slowly, and repeating it a number of times, you build in a strong foundation for your technique instead of playing it too quickly and building in mistakes. So the second way I like to work on technique is with practice rhythms. When I use practice rhythms, it helps me smooth out my technique, which is very helpful as I bump the tempo up, and there are certain sections that are more challenging than others. For example, maybe the high register or a turnaround on your scale. So when I use practice rhythms for the entire scale, it helps even out all my technique. There are 6 different rhythms that I like to use when I am working on something technical that has groups of 4 16th notes in each beat. The first way is slow, fast, slow, fast. For example, like this. The second way would be fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. An important thing to remember when you're practicing rhythms like this is you want to make the fast note, or the 16th note, as fast as you possibly can. When you slow that down and make it, as they say, triplety, then you're not receiving the full benefit of that rhythm. Doesn't help you as much as So the final way that I want to talk about working on technique is with small groupings. So now that you've bumped the tempo up to a reasonable tempo and you have everything nice and even, sometimes there's still a glitch that you just can't fix with those first 2 ways. So that's when I go to small groupings. What a small grouping is I look directly at the small section that is giving me problems. So for example, with that scale that I just played, I might have a problem with the turnaround. So the way I would practice that is with maybe 2 or 3 notes at one time. And as I play those notes, I'll play them as quickly as I can and then gradually add a note on either side. So if my difficulty is playing that part, then I might play D, E, F quickly, and then the next 3 notes, which would be E, F, E, and the next 3, then I want to add a note on either side. When you play something very small quickly and then put it into context gradually by adding a note on either side, that helps put a difficult section into context. So you're not practicing it in isolation and able to get it on its own, but not when you play the whole scale. Thank you for joining me today. I hope these ways of working on technique are helpful for you, whether you're preparing for all-state, preparing a solo for solo and ensemble, or just playing something that you enjoy. Having good technique makes music making so much more fun. So take care, happy practicing, and I hope to see you later.